With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 68 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
On 1st down, Ellison. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Patriots.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down now, Ellison. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his big tight end here. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bulls have taken the lead. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, Ellison. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down. Ellison. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Back to throw. Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hartman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hartman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll look to throw again. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New England's offense set to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. Ellison. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jones now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Jones hit and the ball's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Off play action. Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. A big play there for New England. good.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Powers through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now, 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap 1st down. Now, you still won't get a 1st down even if you do exactly the same thing.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 2. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 53 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, check Mike, 27. Check.
Jones throwing on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll try the left side. Ellison. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 36, Jones. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Ellison. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tua Tagovailoa, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trailed the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. The Falcons get back over 500 as they win their second in 3 tries. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on: catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 2. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2, just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. Ellison. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who could use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bulls are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New England's offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ellison. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I had to put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the 41, Jones staying on his feet. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Back to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Here's Jones on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He wasn't ready.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now Jones. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Jones now on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd down now, Ellison. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
So now Jones and the Patriots down by 13. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. That one caught by Ellison. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Jones.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And they'll send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for our visitors, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.